So this next document is the seller's lead disclosure. So essentially what this is the seller is disclosing if they know that there's lead or not in the house. So why is this important? So there's a law in Rhode Island that states anything built prior to 1978, you must disclose to the buyer that, if there's lead in the building or not. So that's why this is important. Anything before 1978, you don't have to fill out this document. So let's just run through the document really quick. So in the first page, it's just basically listing out the federal law and the Rhode Island's law, just so you're aware of, where you stand. And then you'll see seller disclosure. So A is presence of lead in paint, interior dust, soil, or water. So the seller's disclosing that they know that there's lead-based paint in the house. You would check off that box. If you have no knowledge that there's no lead paint, then you would check off this one. And then in B, if you have records, like let's say you knew that there was lead paint in there and you had records of someone, coming in and giving you a report of it, then you would check off, hey, seller has provided buyer with a copy of the most current lead certificate. And then, if you don't have any lead certificates, then you would check the last box on page 1. And then at the bottom of page 1, you would have to initial whether you're a buyer or seller. And then page 2, so this is the buyer section. As the seller, you would not be filling this out. The buyer is basically gonna say, hey, I've received all the copies if there's any copies of a lead certificate. Or they're gonna say, no, I haven't received anything, but I want to do a lead inspection. So they would click off, hey, received a 10-day opportunity to do a lead inspection, or they would waive that opportunity. So they have that option. And then as a buyer, your agent, your buyer's agent, is supposed to give you a pamphlet that basically it's protect your family for lead in your home. So basically telling you, what are the hazards of lead and things of that sort. So as a buyer's agent, you must give your buyers that. So that's gonna be D. So the buyer's gonna initial whether they received that or not. And then also on this page, you see agent's acknowledgement. So agent has informed seller of the obligations of this document. So as your listing agent, I would be initialing that, telling you that, hey, I've showed you this document, I've made you fill it out, and you filled it out to the best of your ability. So at the bottom of page 2 is the certification of accuracy. So as the seller, you're basically stating that everything on this document that you've disclosed is to the best of your knowledge and it's true. So you're gonna have to sign this as a seller. I myself, as your listing agent, is gonna have to sign the bottom of it as well. And then whoever the buyer is and their agent will also have to sign the document. So that's what this document is. If you have any other questions about this document, I'd be happy to help.